What's up, people?
Oh, squishy.
Yo.
Hey.
Howdy.
Hey.
Hi. Mm-hmm.
Hey.
Yep.
I first.
Okay. Sure.
Who's that? Usopp. It worked on him? What did he do? I'm rusty.
So this is Gamon cutting off his hand. I want to talk about something that pisses me off here. You ready? I wanted to make a video about, I was going to make an emergency stream about how I believe what was managing to harm them was the power of love. And I felt so confident in it. And in Grand Line Review, the day I was going to do a sudden surprise stream to talk about it, Grand Line Review did a video where he's like, I think it's the power of love, mate. And that's why it's happening. And I was, fucking hell, shit, fuck, God damn it. All right. Scopper Gabon, twirl his axe. He grit his teeth. Thorn salutation. Blocks the attack. Mountain Eater, what are you doing in Elbaf? Remember, double spread, so I keep going. Let's not get bogged down with boring questions. What? You met him at the castle? This is Usopp, I didn't notice for a second. Yeah, he was totally pushing Luffy and Zoro around. He's the father of the boy at school named Colin. That old man is? If I didn't mishear, he might be Scopper Gabon. Everybody's still wrapped up. Jinbei time. He's still
star of the King of the Pirates, counterpart to Rayleigh.
What's he doing in the land of giants? His attacks are doing damage. But how? That's Chopper hiding in the beard just so people know what's happening.
Okay, so now we have Robin. I can't move, but I can still help from this distance. Carry on.
Robin,
I already did
he
that.
uses thorns of iron. Your hand-to-hand blows aren't suited for fighting him.
I mean, yeah, it is a bad matchup, but for sure.
Thorn Hunt and Crimson Lotus Hell. Watch your step. There's no safe passage.
This dude's attacks have such metal fucking names.
Crimson Lotus Hell? Yeah. Listen, I'm in a hurry. Whoo, 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 whoo. Slice, slice, slice. Come on, then. Oh, no.
I don't know if old man Jeff Bridges is aware of this. That's not how it's supposed to go. You're not supposed to get cut in half. That's not...
He just sliced his whole head off.
This is the first time in One Piece we've seen someone sliced and it looks like there's blood. Every other time we've seen someone sliced.
Can I just say it might be a lightning thing, less blood, but can I also say, you made me bleed my own blood?
It might be lightning, but look at the second one. It definitely looks like it's the lightning cracklies in the big one, but the little one, the little panel, that looks like blood because it's coming. It's the same as what's coming out of his mouth.
Whoa! Look out! I'm coming, Colin. Everyone is staring at him cut in half, and they all do the, oh my god, Usopp's got on his hit sugar in the face look. I love that.
It's my turn, so I'm coming, Colin. And then, yeah, Jinbei, Nami, Usopp, what? He beat him? And then Chopper goes, this is exclamation mark noises. It's like, where are you going, Chopper? Ouch, 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 ouch. He was able to slice a guy who's immortal. That's got to be a crucial secret. I'm so glad Chopper's on the ball enough. He's like, look, I could untie you guys, but finding out how to fight these dudes is probably going to be important for our crew, considering we just fought immortal regenerating bastards last goddamn week. Like 2 fucking days ago, we had to deal with this.
Look at the world where all the children are asleep and everything is hanging from the sky. It's so peaceful before people get chopped.
Good. Well done.
That's Bubble Boy voice.
You've proven yourself obedient. That's all we needed to see. I'll take care of the other building.
And he readies his bow to fire.
Fire goes up the building onto the tree. Look at the burn. Oh, the library, says Robin. No, it's not your fault, Chief Gerald. The words of our forefathers, all of our history. It's killing Ham. The fire is burning. Come back, child. Why aren't you happy? The child starts crying. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I'm still alive. I'm sorry that everything's burning. No, Rania. Because of me. It's not your fault, Rania.
Oh, I feel so bad for her. Oh, no. Culture, history, children, troops. You don't have the right to take any of these things away. A crewmate of the King of the Pirates. That's Scopper Gabon charging up, and now it's Gunko responding. You realize that resistance means the deaths of these hostages.
Oh, it's Mr. Ya! Colin, Mr. Ya is here. Huh?
He came to save us.
Don't speak up, Colin. Don't do it.
Daddy! That's my daddy, everybody! Guess what? He's stronger than anyone! He's gonna save us all! Yay!
And now here we are with Scopper being like, "Yeah, you fucking dumbass! Now they're gonna want to kill you! You fucking shit!"
He's like, "I'm so glad you're proud of me, you idiot." Here we go.
Yeah,
Ah,
fuck.
no! So you don't mind if I kill him?
That's a good Gunko voice. I like that.
That's what I take from your response. This is my final chance. There's still time to put out the fire in the library. I can save the children and Elbaf in the process, as long as it's instant. Hang in there, Colin. Give me 1 second. You're a big, strong boy now, Colin cries. Okay, Daddy, I'm a warrior, so beat this creep. Be strong if you get hurt. I'll make you sure you survive. A life once lost will never return. Look out, Colin. This is your son, Mr. Ya. He's so adorable and huge. What a gift you've given me, Ripley. My lifelong treasure. I was just thinking today when we were rereading Orangetown how much I wanted him to bring back the idea of treasure because he doesn't use it as much anymore. And here we are. Please be safe, Colin. Shh. She sticks something into his neck. It's the big, long,
It's like a
ghosting
lance
thing. Yeah, it's like a lance. I have to put a stop to this before things spiral out of control, says Gapper-Gabon.
Colin
Goes, "Yeah!" And then
this is in a future that our good boy Mr. Ya has seen, basically realizing he's not going to make it in time with future sight.
I'll be strong.
Oh no, Colin, don't do it. I yield. I'm sorry, Elbaf. Feeble, frail thing. She fires her arrow guns at him, and the arrows stab through him. I'm sorry, Colin. It must have hurt. I'm sorry. This goes into what you were talking about, where people talk about getting strength from children, but the fear of letting their kids get hurt is exploitable. It's making them controllable by the world government. And I think this is an intentional political message by Oda about how, like, when things are stable and peaceful and you've been able to build a family and a life, it's much easier for you to be controlled by authoritarianism because you've so much at stake. There's so much you would lose if you fought back. We see one of the world's strongest men being absolutely destroyed here. Yeah, dragon stocks kind of are rising, Miguel, because we're actually seeing a point here that, like, if he was close to Luffy, he wouldn't be able to fight. He wouldn't, like, one of the world's strongest men just got downed by fucking pantsless McGee over here, all because it was easy to threaten his child.
And it's something that I've talked about a lot, is that there's a lot of reasons why people want to, they're not pro-life, because if they were pro-life, they'd also have, like, you know, daycare and affordable housing and proper food costs and healthcare, etc. They're pro-birth. And the reason, one of the reasons is being able to control people, tie them to jobs, tie them to lives they might not be interested in, because, yeah, they got to protect their children, and it's easy to manipulate people who are trying to protect their children. Okay, now do the sad part.
He's all stabbed up. Then we see Colin.
Daddy! Daddy! Daddy!
And Mr. Ya goes, "Yow!"
My turn. Here we go.
Yeah, it is.
Daddy! Mr. Ya! Daddy! Father!
Oh, Chopper jumped after him. I did miss that. I realize he was jumping.
What is this memory, says Pantsless McGee. Yo! Well, it's my dream to be a... What the fuck am I seeing right now?
Oh, what the fuck? Yeah.
What am I seeing right now? Yo! Well, it's my dream to be a pirate, you see. The resemblance is uncanny. To think of a way to escape. It's such a big thing, it goes over. Pardon me, Brook? Are you Brook?
Oh my god.
And then it goes back over. What is taking so long? Ow! Great emu! At this moment, the Holy Land is a sea of fire. What happened to her? She looks so scary now. We need greater numbers. And then it goes to Pantsless McGee's face. Allow Moo to show you the dominance of God. And it just shows her face all blacked out.
I think Gunko's being taken over by Emu here. But yeah, so Chad is debating if this is Brook's daughter or Yorky's daughter, which I think with her seeming to be blonde, that also makes a lot of sense.
She looks like she would be a Yorky's daughter, given her coloring.
Yeah.
And I'm loving the takeover.
This is This is going to be, oh man, this is an interesting one. There's been a lot of chapters of just things progressing.
Okay, let me look. Well, we know he's alive because Chopper saved him, so that was nice. I really enjoyed that part.
I feel like something interesting has happened. Well, I feel like the power of love is stopping Summers from regenerating, but it didn't actually get rid of his immortality. It looks like he's still alive here. He's saying ow, and he's impaled through the fucking brain. So I think the power of love, he can't regenerate from the cut he got from the power of love attack, but he's still immortal.
Are they going to put parts of his body on other things and he's going to be a robot?
Who the fuck knows? Or maybe Emu's going to stitch him back together with like a shadow thread. I mean, the power of love would be awesome. Sanji might become the strongest Straw Hat, but what if that's just it? What if he learns love hockey instead of conqueror's hockey? What if his compassion literally becomes his strength, like Sora mentioned?
Think about his time with
Iva pitches the power of love all the time.
Exactly. So if you think of Ivankov and how he went to
shit.
that island, he would have already been taught the power of love, working with his power of love. It's power of love squared, really. Yeah.
Yep. That makes sense. So the power of love could be Sanji's power up while Zoro and Luffy are working with Conqueror's hockey.
Yeah. Also, when I went back today into Orangetown, let's just say I'm 100% on. Can't wait to find out what Nami is.
Can I just say Nami's having a good time out here.
Nami's having a great time out here, and she is a thing. What is that thing?
Oh man,
that thing is like a weather witch or something, but she's got a hockey, a different level.
All right, I mean, you can do as you will.
I don't even know if it's hockey. She forced a storm to come out in.
She didn't. She just knew it was coming. She prepped it. She was like, "This is where I'll do my trap because of the cold front. I got this happening."
The most convenient weather storm ever. She lays on her boat, just happens to sit there pretending to be dead, and then the world's most convenient storm happens. Come on, no.
It looked.
Storm back.
It looks like Emu taking over these guys' bodies and hypercharging them is going to be how we get our escalation. That's going to require the monster trio and Loki to get involved instead of it just being the weaker Straw Hats. But I'm glad the weaker Straw Hats are getting their time to shine and are being involved at this level before we're getting that. It's interesting how Oda takes it so seriously. Like, it doesn't feel like he always comes up with artificial ways to shelve the strong, what you'd call NPCs around him. Like, Scopper Gabon was here slicing and dicing, being tough as fuck, being a problem for the bad guys. He didn't Oda wasn't like, we're going to find the Scopper-proof box to keep him in.
You know what I was going to say that's really interesting is a couple of things that make me nervous about this one.
Yeah.
I'd just been thinking when we were looking at Orangetown about how he used to talk about treasure all the time in the beginning of One Piece and how it was kind of a really big deal and it was really part of it. And then he stopped. And then I was like, when he starts talking about treasure again, I bet we're almost done. And boom, we have a panel in here where he talks about treasure. And it made me think about how he's doing this like kabuki theater where the first 3 acts are very slow and lingering and then it has an abrupt ending. So then it got me very nervous. That's what I have to say about that.
Something that I've been noticing lately that I find fun is it feels like we picked the right time to do a One Piece reread, where at this point it feels like you kind of should be going back through One Piece at the same time that you're reading weekly. And the reason for that is we are finally at the point where the storylines are tying back together and every little piece of value from the entire series is being reiterated upon throughout the current chapter releases. So it feels like you get so much value rereading right now. Like all of the revelations I'm having.
Rereading because it's been so long.
Yes, it's been a long time. But like, I feel like all of the revelations I'm having about how altered things are by where we're at have been from Egghead or to a lesser extent Elbaf. Like Egghead has reframed so much of the series by tying everything back in and beginning this spear towards the end. Elbaf has also turned out to be a convergence point of storylines. That is true.
I need to pull this apart a little bit more because the dancing with Brook somewhere, it looks like on land, not on boat.
That could be also the trail of a boat, but I agree.
It also makes me wonder if we're wrong about the Yorky thing unless they were actually a couple, which would, to say it would make somebody happy is such an understatement.
I think Cricket would be dead is the issue. I think Cricket would be so happy he'd die and Oda, don't kill Cricket.
Oh my god, Oda might kill Cricket.
How am I kill him?
This is awkward.
You can't do it.
Because in this one, they're dancing together, and it was when was she triggered? She was triggered when Holland kept screaming, "Daddy!"
Yeah, and it's making
Father.
her think. Yeah, it could be Yorkie's kid, and they were in a relationship. It could be that he's just his.
But she screams out, "Father!" And then he goes, and then she goes, "What is this memory?" Yo! Well, it's my dream to be a pirate, you see. So, yeah.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough. It could be this is Brook's kid. It could be it's Yorkie's kid. It could be Yorkie's kid that he helped raise. There's a lot of options.
The mother could have been a blonde.
Are you Brook? A lot of mangaka fall into a problem where they forget that people get to choose their own hairstyles and outfits, and like people don't just look like a palette swap of their kids. Naruto bugs me so much for this. Every single Naruto kid looks like what I would call a fan fiction kid. Fan fiction kid being, hey, we're just gonna like average out mixes of traits between the two characters that are their parents so that you can visibly tell as much as possible. Like, guys, you don't just see someone and then separately another time see their parent and you're like, oh yeah, I know for sure in my head that these are related because this is just the same guy but small. Like people in One Piece don't just look like palette swap, slightly altered versions of their parents most of the time, which frankly is good. Who do you think is attacking the Holy Land? There's two options. There's two options that make sense to attack the Holy Land. Blackbeard and Dragon, right?
Are we attacking the Holy Land?
Well, something we both kind of glanced over is Imu's line is, what is taking so long? At this moment, the Holy Land is a sea of fire. We need greater numbers.
Oh God, he's straight by that.
Yeah, we did gloss past that. So it looks like right now the Holy Land is being attacked and Imu needs them to wrap up here so that he can get his soldiers back. We know the Revolutionary Army is messing with the Holy Land. However, we also know their plan was a siege so that they didn't need to directly fight the Holy Knights. I also think Blackbeard feels kind of likely. Like, the only two that it could be that we know have intentions of going after them are Blackbeard and the Revolutionary Army. And the Revolutionary Army have a political agenda, so a siege fits what they want. They had an embargo. Not embargo. They have a siege.
I think Blackbeard not only makes sense, but it's time to bring Blackbeard in if we're looking to have Blackbeard in the end games as being a more important character. And he has to step up and do something that's a little bigger.
What if it's Akainu raging? Honestly, a military coup would be so fucking based. That'd be so good. Sabo would cause fire. It could be Sabo. Sabo could be betraying the blockade. He's impetuous. He could be going for it and being like, who cares? Yes, Lafitte was watching one of the ports, and Katarina Devon has the ability to turn into Saturn, meaning that Blackbeard has the ability now command the Seraphim, which is fucking crazy. Here's a take.
Yeah, that's right. Where's the last time we saw Vivi?
Vivi?
Yeah.
Vivi's with Big News Morgans. Still.
I know that, but where was the last place we saw them?
Still flying. We didn't know exactly where they were. Here's the thing to consider. I'm not saying this isn't a theory. I'm not saying this for sure. But let's say, right, the mural shows Imu teaming up with Zunesha, we think. Zunesha, we think, is a good guy who was willing to team up with a bad guy to help fight their enemy. Yeah, it's unlikely because Blackbeard destroyed the Revolutionary Army's base to steal their weapons. But I don't think it's impossible that Blackbeard, that the Revolutionary Armies, or specifically Sabo, would be fully unwilling to team up with Blackbeard. However, here's my thing. I think it feels like too much of a repeat for the RAs to attack the Holy Land a second time. So my vote is Blackbeard. Or the Blackbeard Pirates, with the Seraphim probably using Saturn. But who knows? It could be Akainu over-responding also.
No.
We'll have to see. For now, top 3. Who is your number 1 character of this chapter?
I want to say Brook, but it's
I think if you say Brook, you can say Brook and Gunko because they're what make each other interesting.
No, I think it's the pantsless one with Brook.
Okay. Number 2, Scopper Gaban. What if it's Eneru? Guys, I have to, it could be Eneru, but don't you think that Akainu would kick the shit out of Eneru?
Yes, I would do that.
It's hard for me to imagine Eneru on his own, doing shit. Eneru got hockey now, though? Sure, bud. Because Akainu doesn't. That's a thing that he doesn't have, for sure, bud. It's never.
Doesn't it seem odd that there's a fire in Marajwa at the same time as fire is spreading around?
Yeah, that's both the trees on fire at once.
So it feels like a sympathetic response that would require dealing with, or like some kind of crossover.
Is there something to this? Is there something to this?
You know, like you light one fire in one tree of life, and the other one is also somehow being attacked at the same time since they're using different channels to do it.
I know you guys are saying Moontech Army Eneru. I don't want to say anything too ridiculous that will kill me, but I just want to say something that I will do to emphasize how shocked I will be. A sympathetic reaction of the other world tree to this one being on fire, I feel like I buy into more than Eneru showing up with the moon people.
I agree. On the other hand, I do believe that the Revolution Army could show up, realize that 5 key players are gone, and decide to take advantage of it.
It could be.
Because obviously the fact that it was a rush says that Emu felt like the people left over couldn't handle the job on their own, which also makes you wonder, like, where the frickin' flap are the other elders.
I think it's very funny that Akainu is like being used as a bouncer for Marijua these days.
I enjoy your thoughts, weirdo. Can I just say that the third favorite character for me is not going to be the third favorite character for you?
Okay, it's not Ronya?
No.
That's tragic. Poor little girl. Go jump off an arrow.
It's Colin.
Oh, that's fair. Just know you're thriving. Fair.
Like, let's be honest. He goes through a lot of shit. But can I tell you, he almost lost his place by being a complete and total dumbass.
But hey, everybody, that right there, that guy's my dad. Just so people know, my dad is that one. Just so you know, that guy has a personal affection for me, his son. His vulnerable, bound son, Colin. I mean, he's not 7, he's like 20.
Can you know that if I'm ever making it clear I don't want people to know that you're related to me for reasons that you're just like, I'm going to assume these are good reasons. Chopper could have made it in there too. I'm not going to lie. That's a good point. Sour plum soup. Sour.
Chopper's considering the long run.
This is how you have to say this, by the way. Sour plum soup. That's how it has to be said.
Okay, yeah. Chopper's like, we need to find out how to kill gods, how to kill immortal beings. And Mr. Yaw is going to be like, it's about love. And Chopper's going to be like, okay, got it, bullshit, and leave.